My name is Louise Heatley and I'm Managing Director of Exclusive Links Real Estate and Exclusive Links Leasing and Property Management. General property management services would include refurbishment of the property. They should have the property ready before and after a new occupancy. This would include painting, pest control, any maintenance defects and a thorough deep clean before a new tenant moves in. They should also look at doing handovers, documenting the handovers. Inspections during the course of the tenancy, so that would be to go around, visit the tenants, check if the tenants have any inquiries. Real estate agencies are brokerage companies, which will include sales and leasing. Now they may have an additional activity which is management supervision services. This is a form of property management, however it is a little bit restrictive. They may still need power of attorney to conduct certain tasks. They also cannot legally accept any rental payments to their accounts, so the rental payments should be made direct to the owners. Property management companies that have the license, the activity to lease and manage other people's properties, they have paid a significant government bond, which is like a guarantee. So in the event there was any issues with non-payment, there is a recourse for those clients. They do have a form of action to safeguard their funds. Property managers' main responsibility would be to protect the owner's investment. They should maximise the returns on the investment by getting the highest possible rent, by making sure if there is an increase allowed on the rent that they do ask for that at the appropriate time. They should also be looking at reducing the owner's costs. They need to check the trade licence activities. They need to know what are the services that the company is offering and what they can legally be providing. They need to check the longevity of the company, how experienced, how long have they been in the property management business. But not only the company, they also need to check the longevity of their staff. It's very important to have very experienced, knowledgeable staff. They should also ask for references. Look at the testimonials, look at their website, look at their Google reviews, ask to speak to clients, the current clients, past clients. If we look at the challenges first, I would think a lack of support, a lack of transparency, which will all result in a lack of confidence. Owners need to feel confident about their property management company, and while there's a trust, companies need to be transparent with the owners as much as possible. The benefits would include, well, it's vast, the benefits. If you do have an effective property management company, they will maximise your returns, they will be looking after your interests, looking after the property as if it's their own. We are recruited by the owners to manage the property, but it's still important to have a good relationship with the tenants, and that starts from leasing of the property. We meet the tenants when they're looking at the properties they want to choose. They are all aware that the property would be managed by the company. That can give them a lot of security. It can remove the emotion when a tenant and a landlord are discussing things directly. They've got a company they can come to, they've got a support service here to bring any inquiries. We look after the tenant and the tenancy contract. That in return does actually look after our property owners. Now, we actually think it's very important to have the managers on board from day one, not only for the snagging service that we can check is actually being closed out, but to really inspect that property during the course of that lease, making sure the tenant's not missing anything. We will also do an 11-month inspection, which means just before the warranty is about to expire, we will actually go around the property again and do actual full snagging again to list all the things that we can get done by the developer. Generally, the costs throughout Dubai is between 5 and 10%. We charge 8%, however, we don't mark anything up. Sometimes there might be potential costs that will actually increase that percentage up to closer to the 10%. So you may look at a 6% management fee, but with additional costs, it might actually be an overall higher rate. I think it's important for you to look at the management terms and make sure you're aware of all the costs involved in taking on that company. Landlords overseas need a lot of support and a lot of attention. You have to be very, very quick. You have to be very informative. You have to be very transparent. You don't want them leaving themselves guessing anything. You have to give them a lot of options. Although they're overseas, it is their property. Every decision should be theirs. We should, as managers, give them options to consider and then direct and drive those options. We also have a lot of clients that might need like a tax return, whereas we have a CRM software which itemizes all their revenues, all their costs, all their tenancy contract, all their maintenance reports. Everything is recorded. So there was a change in the laws in 2017 with regards to the Rental Dispute Centre. They have removed the option of a power of attorney to a third party. An owner can appoint only a family member as a power of attorney, or they have to use a legal advocate. That can be quite costly. As the property managers, we can actually represent the owners without additional fees. We actually cover that within our management fees. It is our priority to lease or manage properties. So to market or manage properties through the Bayut portal does expose those to a good calibre of tenants and receive a lot of inquiries from those tenants, which in return helps us to keep productive and keep our properties leased. Ooh, wish came back. Reading a book. Contemporary. Safari navigation. Dogs, tea, mountains, cold hard cash. Night owl. Thank you, Bayut, and thank you for watching.